Darnell with NuWave Oven Recipes. Today I'm going to show you how to reverse sear steak in the NuWave Bravo XL Smart Oven. So anytime you want to reverse sear steak, you'll know how to do it. It's pretty neat how this smart convection toaster oven does the reverse searing of a steak and keeping track of the temp using the meat probe. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this demonstration of the reverse sear with a piece of steak I cooked in an earlier video, and I didn't get quite the sear that I wanted on there. So I'm going to show you how to reverse sear side, and basically you'll see from this if you want to reverse sear, if you want to sear both sides when it gets to searing, all you'll have to do is basically pause and flip the thing over and continue cooking to your preference of sear. I'm just going to do this side of it for this demonstration purpose here. But I'm going to put the meat probe in and going to put that meat probe right into the meat real good like that there. And this was cooked to kind of a near medium well, kind of medium well. But I'm going to turn my smart oven on and I'm going to hit the probe button. Whenever you're using the probe, first thing you got to do is set the probe temp before anything else. So I hit the probe button. And I'm going to start my reverse sear at 135 degrees. So I put it at 135. That's where I'm starting my reverse sear. If you're cooking something to stop the smart oven at a certain degree of doneness and you aren't using the sear function, then you'd set the temperature for where you want it to stop. Basically, other than using this reverse sear method that I'm going to show you, the smart oven is going to stop at your set temperature. So I'm trying to get, let me turn my light on. I've got it on the third rack up from the bottom, and just gonna turn that like that so that's not poking up. I'm gonna close the smart oven up now. Now that I've got it in there, now I'm gonna start setting up my reverse sear. So at this point, there are different degrees of searing. I've shown them in a earlier video. But in this case, I'm going to use what is called the Sear 2. So the first time you hit sear, there's three levels of sear. The first time you hit sear, you get Sear 1. Second time you hit sear, you get Sear 1, 2. Third time you hit sear, you get Sear 2. What Sear 2 does is a 350 degree heat, and then after 350 degrees, it bumps it up to 450 for 5 minutes. You don't want to necessarily go beyond 5 minutes because then things might start getting smoky. So you got to be careful with the reverse sear in this if you want to do both sides, to keep an eye out. If you start seeing smoke, just stop. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, and from this point I'm going to hit the start button. Well, it's showing 450. Yeah, it needs to be 450 for the sear, but I'm going to hit the start button. When I hit start, it's going to go down to 350, you'll see. So it just shows the meat temp. Since I hit start, it's 37 degrees. It's fresh out the fridge. I hit time temp. You see my temp is at 350, as I mentioned it would be. I hit time. It starts at 10, but I want to make sure that it cooks up to 135 degrees Fahrenheit internal meat temperature before it starts that reverse sear. So I'm just going to bump. Oh, sorry, I hit pause. I just unpaused it. But yeah, if you press the button, then you know it's going to pause. So I had to unpause it. Anyway, turning time up. I'm just turning it up to like an hour. It's not going to take an hour at all. I mean, of course it's not going to take an hour. But just setting it up to an hour just so that it has more than enough time to get up to that 135 degree meat temp. Because once it reaches 135 degree meat temp, it's going to immediately snap over into the searing. And so just going to keep it on the probe so you can see the meat temperature, and it'll do that sear for 450 for 5 minutes. I may let it go full 5, I may stop it early depending on what I'm seeing as far as if any smoke is produced or anything. For now, just going to let it continue cooking, let that meat temp rise. I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, so we've hit 130 degrees. I just want to show you the temp stood at 350. The time has gone down to 34 minutes. So 26 minutes have passed at 350 degrees. Going to hit the probe again. Once this hits 135, you'll see it switch over into the sear mode at 450 degrees. The temp here will probably drop out, and it'll just show the 5 minutes to show that it's starting to sear. And sometimes, you know, since temperature will fluctuate, it may go over 135 and start that sear, and then maybe the temp drop real quick, then come back up, and it may, because of that, restart the sear 5-minute thing over again. So it might, you know, run for a minute at 450, and then temp drops real quick, then comes back up, and then it kicks on that sear again, so you might get an extra minute or two. There it is. It's started that 5-minute sear at 450. So at this point the probe drops out. You can't track your temp with the probe after this point. It just continues cooking for the 5-minute sear, or however long you want to do your sear. So just gonna let it sear until either the 5 minutes are up, or if I start seeing some smoke, I'll pull it early and bring you on back. Okay, it's been searing for 3 minutes. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the smoke starting to come out after 3 minutes out of the door here. So at this point, I'm telling you, you want to stop it. You keep searing like this, your house will fill with smoke, and I say that from experience. So going to hit the off button, just stop it there, and just see, you know, basically how far things got, see what we get. Get that light turned back on. There we have it. The rack's kind of come undone a little bit there. I'm just gonna move this over here. Alright, so the steak looks like it has some sear on it. I'm going to go ahead and get it off of the meat probe. And, whoops. Go ahead and try and get it on the plate. There we go. Let's try and show you a close-up. It's got some searing on it. A little bit there. Got a little sear. More sear than it had before. Hoping you can see that pretty good. Yeah, that's better. Get you under the light. So it's got a little sear on there, kind of over on the edges here. So I'm going to just cut it open here, what you see in the center. Alright, you can see the center is that medium well still that I cooked it at originally. And this was just to show you, you know, how to do it. You know, you do the same thing if you got a fresh cut of beef. I just wanted to go ahead and get this out to show it to you so that you would have this video, and you know, some other time I can do something with, you know, some fresh meat or something, or you can do your own because you know how to do it now. But anyway, let me get the camera swapped around. We'll do a taste test. All right, time to taste test this slightly reverse seared beef here. By the way, that's a prime ribeye steak, and very good, very tender. So the Bravo, you know, it can do some level of reverse searing. You know, I guess if you wanted to get a further sear without, you know, any of the smoke issues, you probably could, if you had something like a Power Air Fryer Oven Elite or even a NuWave oven, probably get a little more sear on there and not have that smoke issue. But the thing is, with the NuWave Bravo XL Smart Oven, you can cook it. You can get some sear on there so that you get some degree of sear. With other types of cookers, they don't have that meat probe option, so it'll automatically kick up to start doing that reverse sear for you. So you don't have these options that you have with the Smart Oven. Although the Smart Oven has this smoke situation that really causes some issues here and there, you still are able to do better as far as your degree of doneness being guaranteed, and being able to do a little bit of sear on there than you are with others where you don't have a automatic meat probe that's automatically switching the temp and all that good stuff. And so, you know, and with the NuWave oven, its max is 350 degrees. It can't even get to 450. So there's some things considered. There is the Elite, that the NuWave Elite that goes up to, I think, like 425, but all the same, the NuWave Bravo XL Smart Oven is a pretty good tool to have in your kitchen. And so now you know how to do some reverse seared steaks if you want to give it a try. And so definitely leave your comments. this other recipes, superwaveovenrecipes.com. I'm on Twitter, Wave Oven Recipes. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend. Subscribe to the channel, and good eating.